Hey guys, Angel of Death here, casting the Wild Card World Championship final. Winner of this match here gets to go into the 4th spot in the World Championships, the Wild Card spot, and it looks like we have Destroyer versus Warlock. The players are Shin Kyeom versus Choi Soon-jin. Very aggressive opener as the Wraith gets popped immediately. The Destroyer goes straight ham and completely destroys the Wraith. Knocks up the Warlock in his knockdown immunity circle and goes for the air combo. Pulls him in, staying really aggressive on top of him. Knocks him down, goes for his anti-cancel, but the Warlock 2 escapes out of it. I think this is the first time we saw the Warlock 2 escape. Flame Wheel comes in, another stun. Epileptics beware, that was just a huge bit of damage on both parts as Ravages and such went off from the Warlock and the Flame Wheel went off from the Destroyer. Destroyer still has his tab, his Red Rage will be up shortly. The Warlock has his Wraith up now, he has his Swap Escape, he does have his 2 escape now. He just reset cooldowns, didn't get too much damage off of it. He doesn't have Raging Demon Spect, he has it as a half damage instant cast ability. Probably doesn't feel like he'll be able to have the time to get the cast off. Warlock still takes a pretty convincing match here where he ended the game with full HP despite all of the damage and such we saw coming in from the Destroyer. Destroyer even got on top of the Warlock with Red Rage while spinning. He did good damage, but it didn't seem to stick. The cooldown reset seemed to be the turning point there, where the Warlock got back on his feet and seemed to do tons of damage in return to the Destroyer. The replay here looks like it's going to be it's the opening point where he literally disintegrates the Wraith. This is where the Flame Wheel was on top of the Warlock with the half dragons, we're gonna call them, which is what the Raging Demon is spec'd into, where it's instant cast and approximately half the damage. Wraith gets disintegrated again there. Destroyer tries to shield up to get some healing, but he doesn't really manage to do it, and the Warlock steals a huge bit of health right before finishing him off, which is why it appeared that he finished at full health. That poor phone looks like it was abused. Choi Soon-jin doesn't look so angry today, actually. Whereas in the previous matches he looked like he was going to murder somebody. He doesn't look so vicious this time. I wonder if this is going to be another quick match, because most of the matches with Shin Kyeom's Warlock seem to be pretty rapid, with him taking a dominating lead. This is the first match I've seen that he had to blow so many CC escapes in such rapid succession, but he still managed to come out ahead. Moving into set 2 now, we'll get to see how this continues. Warlock takes his standard. Warlock actually was backing away, but then decided to run into the Destroyer. Destroyer pops his tab escape really early, going ham on the Wraith. Disintegrates the Wraith. He has Red Rage still. Spinning on top of him, pulls him in, goes for some anti-cancels. Gets knocked over, rolls out of it. Shields up. Still takes a bit of damage. Didn't get much heal out of it. Flame Wheel on top of the Warlock. Warlock's 2 escape is down, his SS is down, he doesn't have a Wraith to transfer to. He's grappled, thrown down, he double S's back. Intercepts the Destroyer before he can reach it to him. Destroyer's tab escape is up. Keeps the Destroyer at range, gets a myriad of half dragons off, summons the Wraith again. Roots him in place. More burst coming in. Wraith gets disintegrated yet again. Knockdown immunity circle from the Warlock. Doesn't help him from getting knocked up and air comboed though. Warlock's block is offline for a few moments here. But looks like the Destroyer is going to heal up and not capitalize on that. Destroyer goes in, immediately pushed out by that much damage. Destroyer's trying to re-engage here, but by the time he does, the Warlock's Wraith should be back up. He's knocked down from afar. Doesn't roll out of, or he does roll out of it. Rooted down. He still has his S escape. Red Rage goes in, pulls the Warlock to him. Can't stay on him. Gets to him finally though. Just a few anti-cancels takes him down to half. The Warlock pops his knockdown and groggy immunity, and Destroyer takes his range again. The Destroyer looks like he might have been waiting for his shield to go back in. Here it is now. The Warlock definitely has his Wraith back up, but I'm not sure if he's going to cast it, considering every time he's casted it's just gotten disintegrated. Flame Wheel on top of the Warlock. Half Dragon's coming in, finishes off the Destroyer. The Warlock healed quite a bit during that game, even though that was definitely the most... I think that was the most pressured we've seen Shin Kyeom's Warlock yet, in the wildcard tournament yet, thus far. I think it was a good idea for Choi Sung-jin to wait for his shield before he went in to reduce some of the damage, but he didn't get the full kill off of it. And he wasn't able to stand on top of the Warlock. Warlock got some range and was able to get the extra damage off he needed to close out the game. This is the first few anti-cancels that do a little touch of damage there. This is where he shielded in the first time. Didn't seem like a bad idea. And once he just sworded the Wraith here, it looks like Shin Kyeom was okay with not putting it up again, realizing it would have probably just been a waste of time. Flame Wheel on top of the Warlock, half dragons all over the place, and then he finishes him off with a few RBs, his dimensional bullet. So immediately after the game, Shin Kyeom looked a little stressed because he was seemed to be surprised that he was getting pressured so much, but looks like he's back in form now. Choi Sung-jin is still not looking like that murderer we saw this far in the tournament. Looks like we're getting ready to head into set 3 here. This could be another 3-0 in Shin Kyeom's favor. Alright, set 3, possibly the final set and match of this tournament. Looks like the Destroyer has Decimate and Red Rage. He blew his trinket already. He blew his tab escape already quite aggressively as soon as he got rooted. Going ham on this Wraith. Drops the Wraith immediately. Didn't take much damage in the process of it either. He got a grapple on the Warlock. Warlock has all of his escapes, however. Warlock rolls out of the throwdown, but got caught doing it. Destroyer's out of escape if anything goes too wrong here. He gets rooted in place, shields up, but can't get out of it. He's taking ravage damage, dimensional bullets. He has his tab and his roll up, and his double S. He uses his double S, but he still has his tab up. His backstep is gone though. The Warlock's backstep is up, but he uses it almost immediately. Red Rage and Decimator up for the Destroyer. Red Rage is up. He decimates the Wraith. Drops it immediately, but the Wraith gets off a few of the resets on his rewind. Tab escape is down again for the Destroyer. Warlock has been basically denied his swap the entire game, which is quite good, but looks like he's not being able to. The Destroyer's not being able to capitalize on it. Charges in, gets rooted. He has no escape for this root. He's shielding the wrong way. He's getting the heal, but no reduced damage. Catches the Warlock, air combo. Warlock's block is offline for a little bit. Catches him in a hard CC. There's no Wraith to jump to. On the throwdown, he 2 escapes out. Wraith is back up. I wonder if the Destroyer's gonna go for the kill on it again. He has his Decimate, but no Red Rage. And yet again, he used his tab immediately as it came off cooldown. He's shielding up, getting a little bit of a heal off. He's still rooted in place. Gets the knock up. Warlock's 1 is offline again. Pulls the Wraith to him. No Gravity Vortex, keeping the Destroyer in place. Destroyer spins, double S's, backsteps out. Flame Wheel on top of the Warlock. Warlock swaps places with the Wraith for the first time. Wraith disappears literally immediately afterwards. Root on the Destroyer. He has his double S and his charge, but doesn't seem like he's going to use them. Air combo puts the 1 offline again. Red Rage was used. Warlock pops the knockdown and Groggy immunity. Wraith is back up. Gravity Vortex, half dragons everywhere. Dimensional bullets going off. Ruptures. Commands the pet to stun. Doesn't get the stun off. Tries to knock down. It's immune by the spin. Doesn't matter though as the Destroyer goes down. Destroyer was incredibly defensive that game, and he definitely lasted longer and had more damage returned, but it didn't seem to be enough to get him this win as Shin Kyeom goes up 3-0 and takes the wildcard tournament. He has secured his spot in the World Championship. We'll get to see how he performs in that tournament next.